Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. All right, well, I'm back from my vacation. Oh, it looks like my camera's shifted a little bit. Sorry. There we go. I'm back from my little trip with Cathe, not with Cathe, two Cathys, and had a wonderful time, and I'll tell you about it over the next few videos, but I'm just now unpacking. I got back a couple of days ago, and I have caught, on the way there, I caught a terrible cold. And so I'm still recovering. I'm on the tail end of it, but it always hits my chest. So I have a little difficulty recovering from that. So I hope I don't cough too much. Anyways, so you may remember these. These are my travel bags, my project bags from that we made before I went. And I got there, and look at this. Cathe gave me these wonderful little pulls, and those are, you can get those probably on Etsy or at your quilt store. That one says Sewist, comes in a packet of 3. This one says Maker, and I think the other one says Quilter. So they're pretty cool. I love them. I'm glad she put those on there for me. Those are nice. So anyways, yeah, I haven't opened this since I've been back home, and I think I can't decide. I might just keep them in the project bag as I tote them around the house, but I did get a little bit of work done on it. I kept my bags came in so handy traveling. I worked all the way home. Well, for the first leg, until my connecting, I worked the whole time. That's the long end of the trip. Excuse me. That's the long end of the trip from Cathe's to my connecting flight. So I worked the entire time there. So I'll show you the progress and kind of remind you where we're at. And yeah. And then I have some things to share. I'll probably be sharing for the next few videos because I came home with my carry-on full, a suitcase I had bought last couple of times, I guess, when I was there, full suitcase full. Bought it at a thrift store, and then Cathe loads it up when she's here with our shopping and takes it back home, and then I have it the next time I fly out. Anyways, that's full, plus I sent 2 priority boxes to the house. They should be here today. So a lot of stuff, and I can't honestly remember. The sickness really hit me, and I hope I can remember some things over the time. So you can see here, this is the autumn, winter, and Christmas themes. I didn't get to that at all. But I did work quite a bit on the spring to summer, and then on the spine. And then I still have some embellishments that I'd like to do on the whole project. But I'll kind of give you a close-up here. Get a little snip there. Roll it a little bit. So here, I don't know if you can see, there's a few little beads here. Cathe got her beads out and sequins out for me. That was a ton of fun. If you haven't ever seen her sequins collection, you got to go over to her Instagram. She has this gigantic glass apothecary bowl, and it's full. So that was fun to dig through, and I brought a little thing home. And then this is from her fabric, and I just attached some vintage, what are those called? You know what they're called. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm still having a hard time with my thoughts after being sick. So, you know what? I actually slept 12 hours overnight. I should be feeling better, don't you think? I took a 3-hour nap, got up, ate dinner. Joey brought dinner home. I ate dinner, took a shower, went to bed, and slept 12 hours. Whew. So yeah, I should be feeling better, but I do feel better, but I'm hoping I can get over this pretty quickly. So yeah, so just some embellishments. I'll probably get some embroidery thread out at some time and do a few little things. Here is the green. I decided to do green in the middle. And so this is a lot of all of the fabrics here are Cathe's. So if you like any of them, go to, search Cathe Holden Moda Fabrics, and you'll be able to see which design to get. This needs trimmed. I sew the little buttons on, and then I trim around, like you can see. That one needs trimmed too, but you can see this one is trimmed. And then left a little bit open so that I can tuck underneath for the next section. I love this. I didn't finish it. It has little teeny French knots. Oh my goodness. So you can tell I've been a little out of it. But anyway, so I'm continuing to work on that. I'm going to go ahead and probably just keep it in this little tote that we made, because I want to take it into the living room and leave it in there to work on while Joey and I, maybe while we're watching TV or something. And then hopefully get that done in the next week. Hopefully. And if not, I have my craft retreat coming up, and so I'll definitely be taking it if I don't get it finished. And then what my plan is to cover that's for the 4 Seasons journal. So my plan is to cover the 4 Seasons journal in painter's tarp, more than likely, and then just cover it like we used to cover books, like just a book sleeve, so to speak, and then tack it around so it stays nice, and then attach what we're making now, this slow stitch, attach it to that cover. Maybe we'll even have room for a pocket or something for something secret. Excuse me, let me grab a little drink of water. Okay. All right, so now let's look at some fabric I brought home. This is not all of the fabric I brought home, but it's a lot. Cathe was really super generous, and so we went through some of her Cathe Holden fabric, and then I always like to go to Legacy when I get there. We went twice, and found some beautiful fabrics. This is from Cathe's collection. This isn't her actual fabric that she designed. It's just from her vintage fabric, which I absolutely love that. How do you not love that? Gorgeous. And then these terries are from Legacy. They were actually in the free pile. And I know something really fun is going to come from this. I can get it all out here. Yeah, so look at just some really fun styles. A beach mat would be fun to make out of that. Picnic mat. Some of them are fairly large, like these. This one's really large. I actually had to cut this one down and leave because I just didn't have, I had to start paring it down, as Cathe calls edit. I've been editing, and I'm determined to continue to edit because my craft room is, this studio's out of control. It's organized, but there's too much. So yesterday, actually, I went through all of my cutter books, all my vintage cutter books, with the exception of the tiny ones, the small ones. I went through all of them yesterday. I stayed in my pajamas all day, and I went through those cutter books and dwindled it down to just a dishpan of paper. So I just took some signatures out of each book and put it into this dishpan. I do have some children's books that I didn't cut up. I don't do a lot of things with children's books, but they had some really pretty pages, so I kept those. And I kept a couple of business books and my hairdressing books. So, but other than that, so I have a huge stack of books over here that I've got to figure out how to give away. But look at some of the neat things that I found while I was doing that, changing the subject here. But this was in there like a bookmark in one of the books. So that's fun. This was in one of the books. This was in there in one. Secretary's Handbook. Looking for a date. Sometimes they'll have an expiration date. I don't see that. I found this in one of the books, and it has something in it. I don't know what. I didn't get it out. This envelope is so fragile. Oh, look at that. December 17th, 1910. Employee pass. That's neat. Not good on train 411 between Monette and Veneta. Oh, that's neat. I like the different coloring too. I know I changed the subject here, but I started to tell you what I was doing yesterday and had this pile over here. And then this is a little letter from Oklahoma City, 1948. It's a neat stamp. Yep, it's empty, but it's a neat envelope. Okay. Put that back. Oh, and then this was in a book. It, came apart. It was masking tape. I loved the color of it. So what I'll do is I'll put it on some copy paper and make copies of it because I think it's neat. I know. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's some of Cathe's fabric. This is some of Cathe's fabric, a really nice big piece. These were in the free pile over at Legacy, so that'll be fun, to do. This is something that Cathe gave me. But this is corduroy. Look how fun that is. That'll be fun. Then this, thought that was neat. Velvets. Some more wonderful. This is almost like a wool felt. Just lots of neat. These are all in the free. That's cool, huh? But they have that. Got this ribbon. I'll more than likely find an end here. I haven't laundered, of course. I haven't laundered anything yet. I can see that it's very dusty. It needs laundered. I'll probably do most of it like this so that I can get it to lay flatter in a journal. And even if I decide to ruffle it myself, I won't have that bulk of that. So that definitely needs laundered. Look at all these fun scraps. These are from Cathe's scraps. She let me go through all her scraps. And, sometimes it just looks like a bag. But there's so many wonderful scraps. Look at that. All kinds of designers, Let's see if I can get you closer. Let me adjust real quick here. Okay. And that way you can see. I mean, just so beautiful. And, I will use these in journals. This is almost like I don't know, it's very, very soft. Journals, for sure journals, but I might, use them in some of my fabric makings. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. So many pretty ones. Maybe I will. Well, I'm not going to, well, Cathy's already laundered them. I was going to say, normally when I get packages, I launder them. But I think what I'm going to do is put, Vintage Brights over there. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I do. I don't know. But they're all so pretty. Look at that. That's so pretty. I love this one. So the first day that I actually got out in the barn with Cathe and did some things, I took a bunch of, isn't that sweet, with all the little strawberries? I just took a bunch of scraps and sewed them together just to kind of have some fun without thinking too much, because when you don't feel good, it's hard to think. But I definitely didn't want to waste any time being with Cathe. Those are beautiful. Look at that. And one day I made a scrap doll. Pretty funny scrap doll. I left it there. Called her Petaluma Peggy. Our grandmother on our mom's side's name was Peggy. Or nickname, they called her Peggy. Anyway, so yeah, she was definitely asymmetric, I'll put it that way. These are sweet. These would be real quick to make yo-yos from. Somebody probably cut them out for that reason. That's very pretty. Probably a pillowcase at one time. And then Cathe also made a doll. She's probably going to post that. Beautiful doll. I'll leave that for her to tell you about. What else did we do? The one thing that we love so much about visiting each other is that there's no planned entertainment or anything like that. We just plan, the only plan is just to be together. So we spend so much time in the barn, her inspired barn, her craft studio. And whatever comes to our mind, we just do it, So there were days where I just, not feeling well, I just went through scraps and pulled out some, you can see I was partial to reds. I love red fabric. Isn't this sweet? Love that. I literally, I think for 2 days, just sorted and looked through scraps and stuff. Just had so much fun doing that. But I wasn't feeling good. I did take a really long nap while I was there. We ate out a few times. Went to some really great Mexican restaurants. And what else did we had on the day before I left? We went to this really sweet Italian restaurant, as Cathe says. Italian, I call it Italian. Restaurant, and had an incredible Caesar salad, and they had this split pea and ham soup. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So we did that. Excuse me. Let me get another sip of water real quick. Okay, it looks like I now I remember doing this. I put them somewhat in colors. So there's red and black. This looks like browns and stuff. Browns and black. Let's see that. Isn't that pretty? Oops. Gorgeous. What else did we do? Went to flea market or thrift stores, of course. We did not go to any flea markets. I don't remember going to any flea markets. Of course, maybe we did and I just didn't remember. This is a fun velvet. Cathy's getting ready for a retreat she's teaching at. And so she spent a lot of her time, preparing for that. She did have some good relaxation, though, of just doing what she wanted to do. Look at this. Isn't that the sweetest? It's so soft. Just so many wonderful little pieces of fabric. This is why, I say that when you see little bags of fabric, pick them up. You can always go through it and decide, oh, I never would use that, and pass it along. But so many great pieces, Yes, I mean, there were times, let's see, I don't know, 3 or 4 times where I purchased something while we were there, and I've done this, here too, but purchased something while we were there like this, and it was in a bag of other things, and I didn't want any of the other stuff, so I just paid for the bag, and then before I left, just redonated back everything else because I knew I wasn't going to use it. There's no sense in tossing it if someone else can use it, or taking it home knowing I'm not going to use it, Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. So, let's see what else. I got home. Oh, where is that? I think I left it in the other room. I got home and Joey picked me up at the airport, of course, right out front. So I didn't have very far to walk, which was good because I had 4 pieces of luggage, two small and 2 larger. And so that was nice, pick me up right up front. And in the seat, that's interesting. In the seat when I got in was a vintage postcard that said something like, home greetings, or I can't remember what it said, but it was basically a welcome home. Now this one, I think, yeah, that's Christmas. I'm going to set that out. Like a welcome home or something like that postcard. And so that was super sweet. I'll put these over in my groovies over here. He's good at finding those things. Now look at this. This is that. Some more wool flannel. Isn't that pretty? Can you imagine what was made out of that? Love it. I'll put this over in the Christmas too. I love just little scraps like that. I go through and I imagine, what did they make out of this? Did they buy it just for a quilt? And I love this kind of a polka dot. I love that. I love it. What did they make? A quilt? Did they make a blouse? Was it bedding? Oops, I'm going to put this over here. In the groovy pile over here. What did they make? I wonder, I feel like I would, but I wonder if I would have appreciated these wonderful colors and different things. Look at this satin. It's neat. Back in the day, I feel like I would. I feel like I would still have an eye for a love for color and design and stuff, but sometimes we have to have some time before we appreciate stuff. Now look at how sweet that is. I'm going to have to keep that out because I've got to get started on my mushroom journal. Determined. That is going to be the journal that I take to the retreat. 100%. I have got to do that. Isn't this neat? That's a fun piece. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. The Junk Journal Studio just put out this wonderful mushroom kit, and I have got to go get that. because that is going to be foundational in my next journal. Okay, look at these. That's sweet. I told Kathy, I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but something. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this, but something. I love this. I can just see a house dress made out of that, or like just an everyday dress, you know? Beautiful. So pretty. This is another one of those. I'll have to get all these off at some point. Another of that feels like wool felt. I did miss the train. I didn't hear a train one time while I was there. Look at that. Ooh, that is so soft. It's a velvet. I don't know if you can see that. Here's another one of those little guys. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. You guys, I have so much stuff to show you. I hope you don't get tired of it. Look at that. Love it. Oh, look here. Looks like the same thing in blue. Put that in my pile. Oh, I better put that in the groovy, I think. That's pretty. Put that in the groovy. These are all so pretty. They're cut like maybe somebody was gonna make a quilt. I love this one. This is a corduroy. It'd be nice on the side of a bag. There's that beautiful blue again. That beautiful black print. Look at how fun that is. And this one, super fun. Whew. And here's just a bunch of different squares. I think I got these at Cathy's. I feel like I did. Okay. Let's put some of this back because I can feel it toppling. I had it all in there. We'll see if it's possible, at least for now. And then I'll put it in its appropriate bin that I have. Okay. Get that. Now we'll leave all that. That's Christmas. Leave that. Okay. Oh, and I got this. I got this over at Legacy. I loved it. I thought it was so neat. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Let's see. It's a Moda. I don't know. It doesn't. It was cut off before the designer. So I don't know, but that's neat. Okay, excuse me. This was in the free. Christmas over here. Can never have enough gingham in my opinion. This was in the free. Was this in the free? No, this wasn't in the free. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see. If I can see to get you back up. Let's see here. Isn't that pretty? These were both in the free. They had like what do they call them? Upholstery or drapery samples, you know, like the sample sheet, the sample catalog or whatever. I thought they were really pretty, and they're such a great size. Could almost make a journal top with them. I thought those were great. Here's some fun red. Put that over there. When you go to Legacy, you pay by weight, and so you can get a lot for very little. I thought this was beautiful. I love this so much. Here's some more birds that I thought were neat. Now this may have been a skirt or a dress or something. It has a seam, so it may not be vintage. I don't know. This is beautiful. Just pretty little scraps to add to your journals or whatever you're working on. Let's put that over there. It's a nice big piece. Another nice big piece. I love that. I love these colors. You can't really tell, but this is more like a kind of a watermelon salmon, and then this is just a really bright pink. This one had some masking on it, or masking tape or something, a label. These will all need to be, I like to launder them, you know. Oh, here's some fun Christmas. Put that over in the Christmas. Look at this fun piece. Put that in the Christmas. A zipper. Man, zippers are so expensive. If you can find good ones while you're out thrifting, I say get them if you use them, and I do. I'll put this over here, my littles. I thought this would be fun in a journal. Embroidered or not, I think it's fun. Oh, look at this too. I thought this was really neat. And it's a good solid yard. It's the whole alphabet. Capitals, lowercase. It's neat, isn't it? And this I did find. Oh, and then look here. Has the tape measure. I did find a designer, I think, on this one. Let me see. I'll open it, and if you like it, you can look and see. It's called Peas and Carrots by American Jane Patterns. Sandy Klopp is, I think, the designer for Moda. That's pretty neat, huh? So you might be able to find that on Etsy or at your craft. I don't know how old it is. You know, it might be this year, or it might not, but I thought it was neat. Little Christmas trees, fun. Just some fabric scraps, fun. That's fun. It's very groovy. Some birds. I thought this would be good in our 4 seasons. It has all the different fall. I'm going to stick that over here. Just all kinds of different. Look at this pretty basket weave. That's neat, isn't it? Very pretty stuff. I love this one. This will make a great border for something. It's just about 5 inches tall. Okay, you guys, are you getting tired of all of this? Look at this. Isn't that the sweetest? This was another one that was in a pile of something, and I just wanted this. So I redonated everything else back. Some more vintage zippers Cathe gave me. This is her collection of, you guys, give me a second. Let me think here. Sable and Swan, I believe is the name of it. And I just loved it. And I was planning on making something while I was there, but I couldn't get my mind situated, you know. You have to get this if you like black and white, or you just want to add something beautiful to something you're already working on. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I have the pieces to make what I want to make and the zippers, but I just didn't accomplish that. Where to put, here's a spare spot. Okay. You've seen this. This is Cathe's flea market mix. It has wonderful cutouts to, you know, putting your journals to sew on and tack on. And you've seen many of these in the things I'm working on. Like this one right now is on one of the things I'm working on. This is from her junk journal. Junk journal. What do I want to call it? I call them kits, but they're not kits. They're themed or what have you, you know. So if you get time, go look at those. Lots of fun things to cut out and put in your junk journals. Some more. Just beautiful. Lots of beautiful things. So I'm happy to have that, of course. Put that over here. All right, we're almost through this bag. Almost through this bag. Okay. Here's some fun hearts. Quilted hearts. It's fun. What will I do with those? I don't know. Real quick, go through these. Here's some quilt pieces. I knew I would do something with these. These were out of some scraps, so I just cut out the ones that I wanted, and I just loved I mean, they'll just be perfect on journal cards, you know, tags, what have you. Love it. I'm gonna put that over in the scraps. Okay. This is from Cathe's. What is this from? I'm sorry, I don't remember which kit this is from, or theme, or but look how beautiful. Just search Cathe Holden fabrics. Look what she's done here. She's put the beading around it. Isn't that neat? So she went through some of her things that she didn't want, and so hopefully we'll be using those soon in a journal. That's fun, isn't it? Flea Market Moxie is that one, where she has a collection of she has a collection of you guys, I'm so sorry. My mind is just not in. Paint by number. Yikes. And so she made this based off of her collection. Aren't they gorgeous? She also has a collection of needlepoint. So if you haven't seen that collection, it's beautiful. And she made, you know, she made them off of that too. Here's another one of the, it's fun. Super fun. Okay. Here's some more of that beautiful sable and swan. These are, I think this one is from, what is the name of that one? Can't remember, sorry. But look how beautiful they are. Beautiful. This is one that's coming out. I love this fabric. This one's coming out in 2025. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I used it a little bit in the Four Seasons, but these are really neat because if you like to garden, if you farm, you like just fresh veggies and things like that, this is a really great kit. And then this one, of course, is her curated in color. So here's just some extras of those. And what else is in here? I'm going to put that back. Here's some from her junk journaling one. Just some little scraps that she happened to have. Passed along. That's fun. There's another flannel that I found at when we were thrifting. This wonderful piece. Look at this. How fun is that? It's almost like bubble wrap. I would love a quilt like that. Really interesting. And then she had some leftovers from Leather and Lace and Amazing Grace, which you know I love. So that's fun. Those. Some more. Let's get this beautiful. Beautiful. Hope you guys will go over to her YouTube and see her fabric collections. This one is particularly emotional, if you ask me. She had gotten this fabric. I can't remember what she said. She got it to make something and never made it. So she passed it along. And it is called French. It's by French General for Moda. And it's called Chateau Rouge. And it's really beautiful. It's kind of a cranberry color. I wonder what she was going to make. I didn't. If she told me, I didn't remember. Wow. Can you believe it all? That's part of, I think, I don't know if I have more fabric coming or not. I can't remember. I just was packing. Now to do something with them, you know, make something. I'm excited. Well, thanks so much for watching with me. I sure did miss you all. And yeah, I thought about you while I was gone. And excuse me. Oh my, I'm sorry about that. You know, we didn't take very many pictures of anything because we just mainly just stayed in the barn, but I'll have a couple of pictures to share. My brother-in-law made wine while we were there, so I'll share some of those pictures probably in the next week. I'll put some pictures on Facebook on Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. All right, everyone. Well, thanks again for watching. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you. And I want you to know we're praying for those affected by the floods and the severe weather, particularly in the Carolina. We just want you to know that you're in our thoughts and prayers. If any of you see this and are affected or know someone affected, you're very close to our heart right now. So don't forget, you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye-bye.